Alright, let's try this again. I guess the first time I did this, the video was muted, so we'll try it again. Alright, so here is my winner analysis on EBC, or Eastern Bank Shares Incorporated. Just kind of want to touch on what I was thinking when I bought into it, how I set my limits and my stop, and just my overall thoughts on it. Okay, so look back to when I was first watching it, and this is, as I kind of move along with this, and a couple other people I talk to, we sort of refine our strategies as we go. So for this one, for instance, or for now, for instance, I should say, I've been paying more attention to the EMA, and where the stock is in relation to it. So as you can see here, it crossed the EMA, which generally, when it crosses down, or if we look back here, crosses up, we can see that's usually going to indicate a run up or maybe a run down. So when I was looking at this, I wasn't really paying attention to that at the time. So that happened, right? What I was paying attention to really focused on my fans. And I saw it, I was watching it drop, and I was like, okay, it's on my watch list. Like what are we looking at here? And I saw it hit here, and then I saw it bounce back up, and I was like, okay, I think it's respecting this line, this fan line here is what I was thinking. And I told myself, okay, so if it opens above that fan line the following day, I'm going to buy in, right? And that's what happened. We can see it opened. Here's the bar. I'm just kind of moving my cursor off here. It opened at this level, and it kind of, by the time I was able to place my order, it rose up. So I watched it open here, and I waited, and I saw it start to rise. I was like, okay, I'm going to buy in. I got in. It continued to rise up to here, this level. I don't know if you can, I'm moving this up and down so you can see over here, but it rose up. So, at that point I'm thinking, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm on to something that's great. And then it fell. It fell down. Even went way down here before it came back up. All right. So I saw it close, at 1927 after I bought in at 1954. So I'm like, all right, well, not great. Then I drew this fan line because I'm like, all right, well, if it gets to, we'll go back for a second. So when I bought in, right, the next step I do is I go to set my stops, and I was looking, so I didn't really have, there's not a whole lot going on here, so I went back to about here, and as I could see the where I think I'd set this stop, and I've kind of changed the strategy up just a little bit since I bought this one. I think I was looking at this tail here, this tail, one red tail and one green body. And that's what we got, right? 1830. So if I had to do it again, now that I'm looking at, intersecting three green bodies, or touching three green bodies, probably be right here, which in this instance would be less ideal, but that's probably where I would be. So then we go back here. So stops are set and everything. I watch it fall, watch it go down the next day. Start to think, okay, worst case scenario, hits this line maybe. Even if it hits this line, we're still okay. That's the beauty of when the fans are kind of close like this, is there's a little bit more room for forgiveness, so to speak. But that's not what happened. It did fall down here, and then it bounced back up. And then we had 3 real good days, and I'm like, all right, now we're on to something. So it's back. We can see it goes up above our line here, and then this day it opens, so it went up. Next day it opened about halfway here and went back up. Like, all right, now we can kind of see what happens. It crosses the EMA, which I didn't recognize at the time, but I'm just thinking like, oh man, this is great. I'm onto something. It's above this line. I think it's holding. And then this doji happens, and that's usually a reversal sign. So I'm like, oh man, the bad times are coming. And then that's what happened. It dropped back down here, and now last week in the market was not a good week. It was really, really bad week. There was a lot of talk of inflation and what the Fed was going to do. It's really shaking out some investors. So for as bad of a week as it was last week, and this is only the response that this stock had, it leaves me in good shape, because I have some other things that do not look like this, look way worse. So then started to turn around towards the end of the week. We see it go up, which is really good. Again, like I said, I think on Thursday it wasn't a great day in the market, but this one did okay. Friday is pretty strong. And then today it opens up and it runs up. It hits my limit. I sell. I make my 6.24%. Not bad, I know some people are going to look, and I did this at first too, and see, well, yeah, I made 6.24, but look at all this that I left on the table, right? That's probably another 2% right there. That's just me eyeballing it, right? It's probably less than that, really, but that's what it looks like. But I got to remind myself, I made 6.24%, basically 17 days. It's really like 2 weeks of trading days. That's not too bad. Not too bad. They got a saying, bulls make money and bears make money and pigs get slaughtered. You don't want to be a pig, right? Take what you can get. Happy at my 6.24. We'll take that. We'll invest that somewhere else and we'll turn it over. So interested to hear how everyone else is doing. Good luck.